You sent it too to the chat.
I woke up, I fell asleep last night on the couch. And then I woke up like around 2 in the morning, right here on the couch. And I checked my phone and I saw it, breaking news. I'm like, oh shit. And then that's when I couldn't go back to sleep. I went back upstairs and I was like, yo, let me do a lesson right now when I'm up.
Damn.
And then after I did the lesson, uploaded it, then I went back to sleep.
Now you can rest now.
Good night.
Back to sleep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we all sound cool.
All right, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, before we begin, we want to start by giving all honor, all praise, and glory to
Yahweh, Ba'ashim Yahushai, Ba'ashim Chakudash.
the ones to the elder apostles and bishops of the great millstone that rule well. As always, peace, blessings, and salutations to the tabernacle of David, the elect, scattered abroad across the four winds of the earth. And hey, hot topic. All right, hot topic. All right, we got some action going on. All right, you already know what's going down. You know, the man Nero, you know, he took it up a notch, and they decided to strike inside Venezuela. And allegedly they abducted Maduro and his wife. You know, got him over here in New York. And so now you know there's different responses from different countries, you know, as to this occurring. You know, certain people are already seeing that, you know, this regime change this is all part of the theaters of war, of course.
Right.
You know, the different strategies that are being made right now to position themselves to still be a dominant superpower in the Western Hemisphere.
Yeah.
And of course, you know, knowing the attitude of Esau, you know, the scriptures tell you that his desire is as hell.
Yep.
You know, and he can never be satisfied. So, as his desires expand, like the grounds of Sheol,
Great.
you're going to see a lot of death, a lot of bloodshed. You're going to see a lot of land confiscation, you know, by force. They have been eyeing Venezuela for a minute, all right? And that's why eventually, now that they didn't took Venezuela, now they have the means to prepare to knock down one more regime, and that's Iran, Persia.
Yeah.
All right?
I got something quick.
Yep.
Micah 2:2 in the NLT. It said, when you want a piece of land, you find a way to seize it. When you want someone's house, you take it by fraud and violence. You cheat a man of his property, stealing his family's inheritance.
Yeah, and see, dealing with Venezuela, which we know Venezuela has the biggest oil reserves in the world.
Oil, silver, copper, gold.
All those resources, lithium.
And to your point, Iran is like third on the list.
Yeah.
So you figure, looking at I sent the thing to the chat with all the countries, they get Iran, they damn near got the world.
Yeah.
You know, with the exception of maybe Russia, China, but they're small on that chart. So yeah, and then Korea, you know.
Yeah, so you know, Esau, he's entitled. He feels entitled. You know, because going back to the blessing,
I was doing it right now.
and he was given the fatness of the earth. You know, so he's gonna try to stake that claim by, you know, any country that produces that fatness, he's after it.
You gotta remember, Venezuela, that's a tribe of Asher. You know, so, you know, during, you know, history, you know, the 10 tribes, they came to Northern Kingdom, they came over here during 724 BC, circa around that time, man. So, you know, the tribes, the Israelites been here. You know, they've been in North, Central, South America. So here come Esau, you know, oh, this my land, we want everything, you know. So he did it back in the 1400s, and he's still doing it now. That's why he's the devil, man. He never changes, you know, his mentality, man.
Right. He's a perfect devil.
Right.
I was gonna throw in there. What did you call it? You just call it audacity. What did you call it? It has a
Insatiable.
entitlement.
Yeah,
It was
entitled.
entitlement.
Yeah.
The reason why it's entitlement is because of the blessing that Isaac gave him, which you was referring to. If I can read it right quick. Yep, this is Genesis 27 and 30. 39. No. Where am I?
47.
No, my fault. I was reading up too high. That was 33. 38. Yeah, it says, and Esau said unto his father, speaking about Isaac, right? Hast thou but one blessing, my father? Bless me, even me also, O my father. And Esau lifted up his voice and wept. And Isaac his father answered and said unto him, Behold, thy dwelling shall be the fatness of the earth, and the dew of heaven from above. And by thy sword shalt thou live. Those are the three combinations that this man has been. He understands how to tap into his blessing. This you silly ass Jake don't know how to tap into yours. And I was also thinking, when he can't win war against the heathen, fuck it, let's fuck up the Israelites. It's always the same
Punchy
play.
bag.
Yeah, let me get warmed up on Jake. Especially since they down, that always makes me feel good. And if I can beat them, I can beat anybody.
Right, because what he did right here with Maduro, that's what they wanted to do with Iran.
Yeah.
They wanted to decapitate Iran's government, and therefore chaos would ensue, and they could jump in and say, we're gonna take over and govern.
Yeah, so they try to bring rebel groups in. They try to,
Incite violence against.
give them a reason to have to go in there.
Yep.
While painting the narrative through the media.
Right.
Yeah, another reason as to why they want Iran.
Let's try to keep our voices so it's a little.
Another reason as to why they want Iran is due to the uranium deposits as well, because that's basically the fuel that they break down the uranium isotopes for nuclear production, man, to create bombs. You know.
And then who worse to have it than your arch enemy Iran?
Right, because also the last nuclear treaty is it actually basically disannuls this year, February 5th, between Russia and the US. So that's about to end, and there is no talks of them basically trying to restart it. Yeah, renegotiate.
So and that lets you know that they're gonna resume war.
Yep.
Oh yeah,
They're
yeah.
gonna resume that war.
Yep.
Last year when they had that back and forth, they were shooting missiles at each other, trying to destroy each other's nuclear facilities. That, and then there was a so-called ceasefire and whatnot, but it's getting ready to resume.
Yep, definitely.
Because Iran, what they're seeing right now with what the move that they just made with Venezuela, they know that any day it can pop off, because they know that America been had the agenda to put them out, put their change regime over there for the Zionists' sake.
Exactly.
They already got Syria out of the way. They already got Libya out of the way. They already got Iraq out of the way.
Yep.
So Iran is the last one standing over there.
Yeah, Iran made it clear. Okay, yeah, you gonna try to make the move, but we guarantee you that the pariah state over there is going down.
Yep.
They're not going to survive, because that so-called ceasefire was actually it was Esau who was begging for the ceasefire, because their defense missile systems were saturated.
Yeah.
They can't,
It was spelling.
Oh, the small hands.
Yeah. Saturated, man. And Iran uses drones. So if an Iranian missile costs 200,000, an Israeli missile, air defense missile, costs 10 million. It's just the math.
And
they was using a lot of their old shit.
Exactly, that's the same thing I was
They
gonna
was
say.
using a lot of their old shit. They got a lot of shit underground that they ain't used.
Saving the best for last.
And they lied until they destroyed their nuclear facility over there. But in truth be told, they probably moved it before they could destroy the majority of it.
Right.
That's why like set up decoys and stuff like that for them to attack.
Yeah.
Right.
I got something. Speaking on Iran, I got Ezekiel 38 chapter. All right, I'm gonna start at verse 1.
Yep.
It said, and the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, Son of man, set thy face against Gog, the land of Magog, the chief prince of Meshach and Tubal, and prophesy
And
against him.
Chief Prince. Chief Prince, I believe in the Hebrew, you know, Prince is Shar, and Chief is Ra'ash. So put that together, Ra'ash Shar.
Ash's head. Yeah.
Ra'ash Shar, Russia.
Yep.
Chief Prince. Go ahead.
And so, like you at home, you type in Gog and Magog in Google,
Thank you.
and it'll be those basically the ancient lands where Russia's at now.
Yeah, ancient biblical
God.
maps.
Yeah, the maps. Yeah. It said,
God, meaning of God.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Verse 3, and say, thus saith the Lord Yahweh, behold, I'm against thee, O God, the chief prince of Meshach and Tubal, and I will turn thee back and put hooks into thy jaws, and I will bring thee forth, and all thine army, horses and horsemen, all of them clothed with all sorts of armor, even a great company,
Describing modern military in an ancient way. Because the ancient military, what would they have? They have swords and shields and the armor and horses, but they would put armor on them so their horses wouldn't get killed, so they wouldn't get, is what you would naturally want to do. Well, he's describing modern warfare in an ancient mindset, from ancient descriptions. You got it.
It said, even a great company with bucklers and shields, and all of them having swords. Persia, Ethiopia, and Libya with them. All of them with shield and helmet. So Iran changed their name from Persia to Iran in the 30s, 1930s. It said Gomer, which is Turkey. And all his bands, the house of Togomar in the north quarters, and all his bands, and many people with thee.
And it's all those smaller nations that Russia's allied with now. Basically, that's the beautiful part about this. We've been, as these allies were being created, we've been showing you guys the whole way, starting with our apostles on down, and even their elders, who these countries are. Okay, they've been showing you that, and then current event has been lining it up according to prophecy. Okay, so it's all those Middle Eastern countries, those Mediterranean countries. Okay, that's not connected to NATO. They're connected and being protected by Russia.
Be thou prepared and prepare for thyself, thou and all thy company that are assembled unto thee, and be thou a guard unto them.
Be thou a guard unto them.
So that's why it's going to be more difficult for them to take on the Iranian regime.
And that's been extended through the BRICS nations also. Was it Brazil, Russia, India, China, South Africa?
South Africa.
Yeah. So, and of course, we didn't a few months ago or earlier, obviously last year, it was a bunch of nations that were
Trying to get in.
Yeah.
So everyone's setting up. Everyone's trying to align themselves with what side they think is going to be the strongest. When you have a lot of allies of America are starting to turn their back on Babylon because they see what they're doing. Like a lot of the EU, even a lot of EU and NATO countries, they really don't want war.
No.
Because they understand what it does to their society, what it does to the morale of their people.
They're gonna have to get uncomfortable by rationing food, putting their resources toward war commerce. Buying different things, and then they're gonna have to get deeper in bed with America, because America's like that street nigga that don't really, he don't really got a place to live. He got a bucket car, but he got guns.
But he
So
always-
this nigga
he-
robbing niggas.
He always making promises.
Always, and he always around. You know what I'm saying? Everywhere, and you don't know if he's a loose cannon.
Yeah.
You can't trust him.
Yeah, he's a loose cannon, and but he got the guns though.
Yeah.
He always burning his bridges too, like you said, a lot of these other countries, they trying to make a decision based off of who they think gonna be the strongest, but a lot of moves that America make that's meant to be a power move, it end up backfiring on them and hurting their own economy.
And they don't. And when they make these moves, they don't have these other nations' interests in mind.
That's why last it's like that's why Venezuela is perfect, because who has Venezuela's back? Nobody. Nobody got it. Not like Taiwan, not like Ukraine. These other countries got other people's backs. There's people around, but since this way over here,
Russia mentioned it, but not like you think.
They're not gonna go and
No.
jump in.
And Russia's looking at them like, you know, they were going, hey, Russia, when you gonna jump in? Like, man, fight. Russia, like, man, fight for yourself. When you know, like, swing back. Like,
Yeah.
look at cut my arms off.
But it's weird because China was just seen in Venezuela right before that attack occurred. So who knows what could have went down behind the scenes. You know, because Russia just weeks ago they had diplomats evacuated out of Venezuela. So obviously everybody was they all knew what was already happening.
Yeah. With them having the Air Force, Air Force and Navy right on and had a no-fly zone over their country for weeks now. So
It was
it was easy, and it was easy because this is the Western Hemisphere. America has all the dominance over here. They pretty much took the Gulf of Mexico and turned it to the Gulf of America, right? And then you're on this side. So what could Russia or China do from the other side? It's not their jurisdiction. Just because they have relations with you, that don't mean that they have that type of protection.
And I know this brother Holy, but if you think about it, they trying to do what they asked America to do. Stay in your lane, man. Stay on your side of the world and fuck your shit up over there, and don't come over here and mess with ours. But America can't do that. You guys see.
All right, I'm gonna jump down to 10. Read verse 10 and verse 11. It said, "Thus saith the Lord Yahweh, it shall also come to pass that at that same time shall things come into thy mind, and thou shalt think an evil thought."
Yeah, what's that evil thought, man? Hey, we under what they call it, mutual assured destruction. Basically, them pressing the buttons. That's why the scripture says what it says about all ye that bend the bow, shoot at her, spare no arrows, man. Because that's ultimately what the end game for this place is going to be. Though we understand, America's also going to send them off and hit other parts of the earth, and the whole earth will not be destroyed, right? But hey, America is going to be that memorial, as the scripture says it, man.
Right, because the other nations see that this man is insatiable. He's not gonna stop. Every nation is next. He's always gonna find the next target.
The war on terror was an open-ended war. It wasn't like, okay, we're gonna go over there to Afghanistan because Osama bin Laden is hiding out over there. Then we'll just hit the countries that he may flee into. You motherfuckers all over the world now. This is what 25 years later. Motherfuckers still out there talking about stopping terrorism, and ain't no terrorism stop.
Yeah, he's bringing the terror.
Thank you. That's the point.
You're the main one that's striking inside of people's territories. Drone strikes.
He screams in terror as
They cry in pain as they strike you.
And they went with the bullshit narrative that they're trying to stop the drug trafficking down there.
That's a lie.
But Americans, the actual drug overdoses here in America is primarily from the fentanyl crisis and opioids. That's not coming from Venezuela. If anything, that's coming from China and then also the Mexican cartels.
A lot of that shit they cook here in Babylon too. Because it's chemicals.
Isn't it also prescribed?
Yeah.
So, I mean,
they got it in
doses.
Yeah.
We go to this verse 11.
Hey, read that last part again about you would make them think that he was called.
Verse 10, "Thus saith the Lord Yahweh, it shall also come to pass that at that same time things shall come into thy mind, and thou shalt think an evil thought.
Yeah, that part. This, going back to the scripture, Proverbs 21:1, the heart of the king is in the hand of the Most High.
That's right.
And like the river of water, he turneth it whithersoever he will. So, the Lord's going to put that thought into the Russian leaders,
That's right.
and they're going to carry the job. They're going to carry out an unprecedented job. All right, that only the prophets on the planet Earth were able to prophesy. Now, a lot of people, wouldn't have expected, or, they thought that we were crazy for prophesying it, but that's going to happen.
That's right.
The Lord's going to put it into their mind, because enough, basically, they're going to have enough. Enough was enough.
Yeah.
They're going to figure out, man, Babylon is the cancer of the earth. That's why the scriptures refer to this place as the hammer of the earth.
That's right.
Also, the destroying mountain, which destroyeth all the earth.
Yeah, mountain is a government.
Hey, let me read this in the NLT, verse 11. This is crazy right here. It said, you will say Israel is an unprotected land filled with unwalled villages. Because Israel, them small hats over there, they're going to get destroyed as well. It said, filled with unwalled villages, I will march against her and destroy these people who live in such confidence. Yeah, that's,
Security. That's got all this security.
This is Edomites here in Babylon.
And you surrounded by all this water, so it's harder to get to you. So you don't really need no border walls.
Got a moat.
They
Oceans is a moat.
they can see a attack from afar, so they can prepare to try to what is that?
They tried it. They
missile
tried it in
defense.
World War II with Japan.
Yeah, that's why
Japan
Trump's
tried
trying
to
to
get
have.
over here.
What's that shit called?
Golden Dome.
Golden Dome.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, and if you watch the news, they're very proud of what they're doing right now.
Yeah.
They're bragging, and it's see, like it took hours.
Like, what have we been waiting for? Yeah, what have we been waiting for? How come we ain't running around doing
And
it?
these dummies really believe that it's for terror.
Right.
Oil.
No, not oil. It's for oil. Obviously, it's for resources. But they say terror, drugs,
Yeah.
And to help the people.
right, and help to establish democracy and all that bullshit.
yeah, when it says
What's it in Spanish?
Libertad.
Libertad.
Libertad or liberar.
Yeah, that's hashtag. That's a hashtag right now.
Yeah. Libertad.
Venezuela Libertad.
We've just been freed from a dictator.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stupid.
Somebody ran down I got you. Somebody ran down there. What he's been doing? He doubled inflation. He doubled poverty. He 400 times the poverty since he went in. Like, where's all these stats at 2 weeks ago?
Right.
When they were showing up, they just got the narrative together and they didn't
But-
put the energy on it now.
But
Like demons,
we
right?
know that they're sitting on all that oil down there. They have oil, multiple resources. Why can't they make money off the resources? Because the devil's blocking them.
Right.
Yep.
Talking about Trump said they don't have the infrastructure to distribute it properly. Like no, they do.
They got enough.
They got enough, but this devil blocks them.
They wasn't gonna sell it to them.
Yeah,
That's
and the
issue.
devil and anybody else that's dealing with them, they'll put sanctions on them. So that's why they can't.
They was gonna sell it to one of America's competitors, man.
Yeah.
That's the bottom line. He wanted to stop all that.
And that was the point of having a blockade around
Yeah.
them. So
Nothing getting out.
any tanker coming in or out, they would confiscate the oil.
And that's why they hated Hugo Chavez.
Yep.
Because he was trying to nationalize their oil reserves. He was trying to make it to where their state-owned companies would nationalize and centralize the oil, and they would be able to benefit from the actual resources there.
Right.
We want direct benefits from these resources,
Right.
which this is our land. Like we have that right to do so.
They should be able to.
They should have been able to. So he was actually on that. So they looked at him like they had to demonize him, of course, make him look like a villain, because he was about centralizing and controlling their own oil.
We've seen that play all over Northern
They tried
Africa.
to say, oh, he's
Middle
against
East.
democracy.
Yep.
He's against, so yeah, they that's what they ended up doing, because they had these devils, they had their eyes on that oil for the longest, man. But now, they had Maduro, and he was just saying, like he wasn't like they seen him that his days are numbered.
Yeah.
You know, he wasn't a big threat like that. You know,
Esau hates when a country is able to flourish or have the possibility to flourish without him being involved in it.
That's why I read that in Genesis, because he feels obligated to have everything. And I mean everything. Matter of fact, I can get my blessing back if I keep this up. He want it all.
Right.
And he want it all forever. You had more?
No, that was it.
I got one. You got one?
I got one.
no,
I got Sirach 14, and I'll start at verse 7. It's in the GNT. When such a person does something good, it is only by accident. His selfishness will sooner or later be evident.
Right. Hey, because what it was ultimately Venezuela being able to have that oil and just basically coming in swooping it, it diminishes other countries' leverage, right? Because Iran is part of the BRICS nations now. There's basically 5 countries that were able to join, like Saudi Arabia, the UAE, Iran, and like a couple other countries. But they own 50%, I believe it's 45 to 50% of the global oil. So now with Venezuela taking out a picture, that 30%, they can't leverage that anymore, man. You know, so it's a battle of resources and power. But black gold, that's what they call it, black gold, which is oil, it gives you that upper hand. Because what does it do? It allows you to fund, whether it be construction and infrastructure. It allows you to fund petroleum industry, which is gas, right? But it also allows you to beef up your nuclear or military presence as well.
And
You know?
on top of that, over there in that region, I believe because the lady was speaking on it,
Yep.
over there by Guyana, they just found a reserve, one of the largest reserve in the world,
Off the coast.
and they call it white sweet crude, man.
Yeah, because the process
they
of the
got
oil, it's like,
Exxon down there, I believe.
Yeah.
Or BP, both of
Yeah,
them right down there.
Sure.
yeah, the process of basically refining that oil to get it to its purposes is different. Crude oil is different from regular just shale oil, so
Gasoline.
to speak,
Yeah.
right? And gasoline is the refined process of that white crude.
And that particular, they call it white crude, the white going into the lightness of it, you know, it has a low viscosity, and the sweet meaning it has a low sulfur content, so it has less pollutants, you know, once it's being processed, you know, and it's high quality oil. That's why they after it.
Less nuclear waste that comes from drilling.
You saw the devil, man. You're not supposed to be digging up
Yeah.
oil and
Leave the earth out.
Yeah.
Could
But
I?
they wonder why they're having all these
That's the
earthquakes.
spirit, yeah.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, because what they do when they're fracking, because that's one of the processes they use to tap into the veins of the earth.
Yeah.
They ultimately take like this, they take water, right? But they mix the water with a bunch of chemicals to try to mock the viscosity of the oil, and they pump it into the veins of the earth so that the oil and the water switch places,
Yeah.
and the oil pops out,
Yeah.
and the water is supposed to stay there as like a
That's
replacement.
like a holding
Yeah, yeah.
you know, placeholder.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But what happens is that chemical composition is so much different.
Right.
That thickness or that viscosity that the brother was speaking about is not the same. So that's when you have those tectonic plate shifts and the earth move because it's not holding back that same weight of those of that
Kinda
dirt.
That
like
makes-
oil and water.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's literally what it's.
They're gonna evaporate.
So that makes sense why it's when the Lord said that there will be wars and rumors of wars, and then followed by earthquakes in diverse places. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Because all these wars would be based on resources, taking lands, and you having to do all that fracking with all that oil to prepare for war. That was going to cause these tectonic plates to continue to
Right.
shift.
Yeah.
So
Where-
all that war activity is simultaneously with these natural disasters that are occurring too. You know.
But yeah, it takes a lot of fuel to fight a war, man.
Oh yeah.
China, Russia, Europe, Babylon, man, they're all securing that oil
Yeah.
because this next world war is gonna take a lot of oil that turns into fuel to fuel the machines.
That's right.
so you use oil for your pharmaceuticals,
Yeah.
the Tupperware you got,
Yeah.
Tires.
you know, the plastic cups and shit, tires,
That's why Babylon.
all that shit takes oil.
Yeah. That's why Babylon don't never use theirs. They got oil all over this country.
Matter of fact, I can
Plastic,
Yeah.
all that shit.
Alaska.
We got oil in our bodies, man.
Yeah.
Microplastics, man. Esau destroying the planet Earth, man.
I'm back in Sirach 14, verse 8. A selfish person is evil. He turns his back on people's needs and is never satisfied with what he has. Greed will shrivel up a person's soul.
He never, what he said, he never turns his what? What is it?
He turns his back on people's needs.
Yeah. He never, but what did it say right before? He never uses his own. What is that?
It's after that.
Right before that.
Oh, right before it says he turns. A selfish person is evil. He turns his back on people's needs and is never sasatisfied with what he has.
That is never satisfied with what he has. He has to
Coincided
let out
with
this.
Habakkuk.
Yeah, he wanted it all. Yeah. I want to get this. I want to get this right quick because brothers alluded to it. How much fuel is necessary in war? This is Isaiah 9:5. Yep. It says, "For every battle of the warrior is with confused noise and garments, clothing, right, rolled in blood. But this shall be with burning and fuel of fire." They need that fuel for the propulsion. They need that fuel to get them jets in position, for them submarines in position, them aircraft carriers, warships. All that don't run on air. It don't run on water.
Ain't no chariot.
Tesla ain't make it yet. You know what I mean? To run on whatever they running their stuff on. Okay, they need gas and they need oil. All right.
If I could read this excerpt from this post on X from Marjorie Taylor Greene.
Mm-hmm.
She posted
She
a long
said
ass
she
post.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna read a portion of it. It's what it says. I'm gonna jump down here. It says, the next obvious observation is that by removing Maduro, this is a clear move for control over Venezuelan oil supplies that will ensure stability for the next obvious regime change war in Iran.
Yeah. The next obvious war change.
Yeah.
Taking everybody's oil.
You already know where his next move is.
Yeah. And it's funny, I was gonna say this a moment ago. It's an interesting ass chess game.
Yeah.
Like this chess game is getting good, man. I don't know if brothers play chess like that out there, but when you start watching and brothers thinking outside the box, making these unique moves, and then some of them are so obvious, but you don't want to fall for the okie doke because you got a play set up. This is what's going on in the earth. It's a theater.
And this is how you know. This is a bank. This is clearly a banker war.
Mm-hmm.
Right. This is another proxy so that the elites can get, more resources that they can monopolize. Right. And that was another thing that Hugo Chavez, he was calling out, the Western superpowers on their imperialism.
Mm-hmm.
And that's basically what this beast is what they normally do. Their imperialism all over the world. But for one of the Rothschilds to come out and make a post and congratulated Trump for this move.
That shows who's in charge.
And that Rothschild, one of the Rothschilds, he came out and made a post thanking Trump for that.
And I think it's a big distraction also.
Yeah.
With the timing of it.
Yeah.
Because
It just gave what's his name, anti-Semite of the year, Tucker Carlson, and I swear, what's her name, Candace Owens is fighting for that spot.
Yeah.
She didn't win it this year, but she trying to get it for next year.
Oh yeah.
You know, I'm just
But
jumping in
what Trump just executed over here is ultimately what they're trying to execute on that side. And Maduro, well, really, I'll just say the Venezuelan regime, a lot of the things that they were against is what the Zionists are actually for. Down there in Venezuela, pornography is banned, same-sex marriage is banned, sex change operations is banned.
It's another something morally,
yeah, but it's everything that the small hats is exactly what they
want and what they push.
What they want.
that's similar to what they did to Germany in
Back
back
in
in
World
the
War II.
30s, yeah,
Yeah.
before World War II. You know, Hitler came in there and got rid of
Cutting off all that.
pornography,
Yep.
a lot of, you know,
Degeneracy.
right, yeah.
Oh, usury as well.
Yep.
Usury is
Yep.
banned.
Yep.
Abortion is banned.
Yep.
All that is banned down there. So they like, no, we gotta. It's the oil, but it's even bigger than that.
Yep.
You know.
Yep. Trying to enforce
Ooh.
your.
I'm gonna say, I got more of a
Go
list.
ahead.
Pornographic material. You said that.
Mm-hmm.
Firearms, ammunition, explosives, illegal drugs, and narcotics. But that was it's banned.
That's why.
But
That's what
it's
they-
banned. But that's
They
what
can
they were.
sell it.
Right. Come on.
Yeah.
But the world is that stupid though to believe
Right.
what the American media tell you.
You're right.
Certain certain things that like you said, detergents and certain things
Yep.
that we can't have here that probably got GMOs and different chemicals. A lot of that shit is banned in not just Venezuela, but a lot of other countries.
Yeah, I was gonna say the yellow 5 and red 40 is still banned in a lot of places in the earth.
Vapes.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
With the American culture, man, they don't want that shit around here. They know it's degeneracy.
Internet and media
But
restrictions.
see, they over there, they down there rejoicing over them taking Maduro away. But now, with a regime change, they can set up a leader that can actually bring
Yep.
these influences that they didn't have in the country.
It's probably
Easily,
gonna
they
be a
can
woman.
they can
It's
bring
probably
that
gonna
right
be a small man.
into the country.
What is
That's
that
right.
image of the
Corrupt
beast?
That's-
The image of the beast.
That's what I was about to
Exactly.
say.
Yeah.
That's why the scripture said all nations are drunken over wine, and therefore the nations are mad.
Mhm.
Right? That cup has been passed. The philosophies, like the elder Zion was saying, the image of the beast, everything that entails within it. This is why the nations all across the world are pissed at this place, man.
Yep.
Because this is gonna cause the Venezuelans, Jake, to be more whores. You know, the men to just be completely just degenerate.
Right.
Same thing here.
Mhm.
You know, it's gonna mock Babylon, but it's gonna be worse. It's gonna be more lawless.
I don't think it's gonna be a peaceful transition.
No,
I don't think it's gonna go good for
because
Esau.
like maybe like 20, 30 years ago, but people are more aware
Yeah.
and understand,
Internet.
politics and what the hell is really going on.
Internet.
And once they begin to see the transition and what it's about, it's going to be some resistance for
Yeah.
sure.
And it starts with information getting passed around with
Yeah.
this internet. This internet's gonna have to go. If they're gonna keep making moves like this, the internet's gonna have to go. I know y'all holding. Who got something?
I got something real quick. You got one right now.
No, go, bro.
Sirach 10, start at verse 7. It says, pride is hateful before the Most High and man, and by both doth one commit iniquity. Because of unrighteous dealings, injuries, and riches got by deceit, the kingdom is translated from one people to another.
And
And
that's not.
Go.
I was saying that's not talking about Venezuela necessarily. That's really talking about the world. Who runs the world? Who's the dominant? I don't want to use the word race, but the dominant people of the government of the planet. And right now, it's a small hat, okay, which everybody falls in line under that. But the regime change is going to come to Yahweh Shai. Okay, that's where it's heading. And so with all of this, the Most High letting all of this set up and is weakening, and now everybody's jockeying, trying to fight and tug of war for position. But at the end of the day, Yahweh Shai is going to show up like that lad, Survivor or one of the wrestling ones.
King
Is it King? What's the one? King of something.
the ring, right?
King of the Ring, I think it is. Where everybody's in there and everybody's all out fighting against each other. Royal Rumble. And there's and there's certain alliances, but then those alliances got to be broken for there to be one. But then right when it gets down to like 5 or 6, Hulk Hogan comes out the back, or whoever, somebody, The Rock or somebody comes way out the back and then beats everybody and wins it. That's how Shai gonna come back. Okay, right when y'all all fighting in the midst, he's gonna make a grand entrance, and the world is going to erupt and roar at his appearing. Okay.
I had a precept to back this, brother. You want to make a point on your precept? You ready?
No,
You
okay.
ready? Real quick, Psalms 10 and 7. His mouth is full of cursing and deceit and fraud. Under his tongue is mischief and vanity.
Somebody read that Habakkuk. We was dancing, right?
Like, what's I got a quick one that goes
Okay,
with
okay.
what we were talking about. It's Proverbs chapter 27 and 20.
Yep.
It says, hell and destruction are never full, so the eyes of men are never satisfied.
Yeah, hell talking about the grave, right?
Grave, yeah.
The grave ain't never denied nobody, man.
Yeah.
It's gonna continue to consume.
Yeah.
Right, this man is just like, how much more when you're the wicked,
Yeah.
That-
Insatiable.
Yep, it's a thirst, it's a power trip. You just want more, it's world domination.
And you know what? He's not even filled his belly yet.
Yep.
No,
So it's gonna continue to snowball until he feels like that Job 20 comes where it says when he's about to fill his belly.
Yeah.
He's probably, you could say 3/4 through the meal by now.
Yeah.
He
He gonna do all this
Yeah.
wickedness, and then the dessert time,
Yeah.
really do it.
Right. You let's say you conquer the whole world, right? He conquers the whole world, every nation. He owns it all. Okay, what's next? Now you want the heavens.
Yeah.
Now you want to sit in the places that where the Most High sits.
Yeah, while he's doing that, he's gonna conquer the people.
Yep.
To put to control the people. That's the main resource that he wants to control. And we know what comes with that. That MOTB.
Mind control. Yeah.
Don't think that they're not about to try to implement 5G, 6G towers down there in Venezuela. Bring
Turn it into
Yeah.
smart, fill it with smart cities.
And that's what get the people to get on with the new
Yeah.
program. Like, oh, they're giving us everyone will get a free
That
iPhone.
was just
Even though they got phones down there, but it's something something to turn them.
What is the guy?
It was just an incentive.
What's the guy? Can't think. I always have his name until I'm ready to say it. But in the movie The Kingsman, the character that Samuel L. Jackson played, I almost had it again. But he said, "Free phones, free internet for everyone," and that made them all get it. Not realizing what it does to your body and what he was going to do to control the minds of the people to get them locked into that image, especially instead of it being a phone, free implants, free internet for everyone, forever. I think is what he said, forever. And that's what they're trying to get to that image. Okay, that's why he's trying to do all of this, is ultimately conquer the world, because he never really got to say he did that. Rome was close, the Greeks were close. He just hasn't gotten it, to where he can't come out of power.
Matter of fact, since you said that, talking about read this one verse. Back in Sirach 10 and verse 9, it says, "Why is earth and ashes proud?" Right? Even in Obadiah, it says how his pride has deceived him. Because he think he got it figured out. The things that these other kingdoms couldn't do, he said he got everything figured out. He's able to accomplish what wasn't able to be accomplished.
Yep.
It says, "There is not a more wicked thing than a covetous man. For such an one setteth his own soul to sell, because while he liveth, he cast away his vows."
Yep. Well, everything that makes you got it.
When you have that extreme covetousness, all integrity, all character, all morality goes out the window. You don't care about anything. You just, I'm gonna just shed blood until I get what I want.
Well, yeah, Esau wasn't created that way. He don't have the ingredient of self-examination, integrity, faith. You got faith in the self and in the sword,
Right.
but you don't have faith in the Most High, man. You don't have a repentant heart. He wasn't created like that.
No empathy, no sympathy.
Yeah.
This man has no he don't feel bad. When he's not doing bad, he feels bad.
Right.
I mean, especially not toward the Israelites. The one who he hates with a passion. He ain't got none of that.
Matter of fact, let me get this scripture. Psalm 36 and 1 in the NLT, it says, "Sin whispers to the wicked deep within their hearts. They have no fear of God at all. In their blind conceit, they cannot see how wicked they really are.
Right.
Everything they say is crooked and deceitful. They refuse to act wisely or do good.
Could you get the one in Hebrews 12?
Yeah, that's why these devils they gotta go into slavery because
Yeah.
that's when the truth gonna come out on them, man. They're gonna be called Edomites, man. They're gonna be called so-called white men. You know, their history of what they've done to the Israelites. That's gonna be, taught to them. You know, without no iconoclasm, no so-called whitewashing, no lies. You know, they're gonna be faced with the truth, and that's gonna really hurt them.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, because when they showed us the history of what went down in American slavery, just American slavery, I don't even know a teacher that was sad. Like, nobody was sad about it. We were like, damn.
Yeah.
The groups would come around and be like, dang, okay. But nobody really cared. Be like, damn, that's fucked up. But then they always had that one white person, so to speak, that had sympathy and empathy.
Yeah.
But didn't have to go through it. And then they always took on that role. Well, you're going to take on the role of the ones, the empathy that you're going to have, because you actually going to get to feel it.
Yeah.
Not the same wicked way it was done, but the overall drinking of that cup of slavery that you made us drink.
It's gonna be a shock to the higher up the elites. They know who they are. They know where their seat goes back. But the lower ones that think that I am God's chosen people, they're gonna have the shock of their life when they find out their seed goes back to Esau, Edom, to the wicked one, and their judgment that lies ahead for hell, the end of this captivity, the end of this world, current world, and 1,000 years in the kingdom.
Real quick, Psalms 10:4 says, "The wicked, through the pride of his countenance, will not seek after the Most High. The Most High is not at all in his thoughts."
Yeah, he's thinking, and that's the spirit. Because I was gonna say, it's funny, right before I was gonna actually say this, a lot of them is the ones that claim to be atheists, the ones that don't know but think they are divinely guided people. They really think that they special, like manifest destiny the whole nine. They got what did he say in Django? What did he call it? When he's talking about them 3 dots in the back of the slave's head, said, we don't have that, them 3 dots.
Oh, when he broke when he had the skull.
Yeah.
Yeah, them atheists, they trust in themselves. They remind me of the nigga Booker Clarence.
Yeah.
That nigga, he trusted in himself. He was an atheist.
Yeah.
You
He watched the power happen.
Yeah, you got Israelites as atheists, man.
Yeah. Crazy. And that's the influence.
Yeah. It's crazy, man.
Yeah. Y'all got it.
You got that say?
I got something.
I got something too.
Yeah, y'all get
Let me get
Then
this.
you saw about Hebrews 12.
Yeah, oh yeah.
When I was holding it, 16
Yeah, but
down. It's Hebrews 12 and 16, and it reads, "Lest there be any fornicator," it's like a fornicator, or profane person, as Esau.
and that outside the temple is outside of righteousness. This man he's not built to have a moral compass that doesn't take him outside of the lines of discipline. When he crosses over into it, he fucked up. He made a wrong turn somewhere.
He going off.
Yeah.
And that's why when we go back into the book of Genesis, like we're reading, it says 2 manner of people, right? These people, 2 separated individuals, man. Their ways are both adverse from each other, right? Jacob was that morally upright, plain man. Because when you go into that word plain, it means, it's the word tam, which means morally upright, but Esau was the opposite, man.
Yeah, it's talking about all his descendants as well.
Exactly.
Isaiah 26:10, real quick. "Let favor be showed to the wicked, yet he will not learn righteousness."
What hast thou to do to declare my statutes? But that thou, how does it go? Shall take my words unto you. Seeing thou hatest instruction.
Cast the word behind you.
In the land of uprightness will he do unjustly, it will not behold the majesty of the Lord.
I got one too. So go ahead.
Yeah, this is continuing. Hebrews 12 and 16. So it says, "Lest there be any fornicator or profane person as Esau, who for one morsel of meat sold his birthright."
And it said, when it says profane, you look it up in the Greek. The Greek word is babelos, and it basically means to be unhallowed. It also means to be ungodly. You know, so Esau, he puts on his betrayal like he's a God-fearing man, but really he's godless.
Mm-hmm.
He's a godless man that's actually put in power by the Most High God.
Yep.
But he just doesn't see that.
Right.
He thinks he's doing this all on his own ability.
It's funny because you know the history of what happened in, with the Byzantine Empire and how it fell. He acted like he just had the soldiers to do that.
Right.
It was them plagues that weakened the people, the people in power.
And we gave them the upper hand
Exactly.
on taking Jake out.
It was because they'll do they'll be the Anglo-Saxons, they'll be William Wallace, they'll be everybody that they always win the narrative that they deserve the position. Not realizing, no, you were given the position for a specific point. Okay, he made a vessel to honor and a vessel to dishonor, and you're the vessel of dishonor. Okay,
That's what the Lord gonna do with him.
Yep.
He really thinks that he's operating on his own, as if that it wasn't a higher power that put him in position, that gave him. Who gave you the blessing? Who gave that to you?
Right.
Yep.
You didn't bless yourself with that.
Right.
Who made you an ex?
Remember, like, and this is how we know Yahushua was Isaac.
Mm-hmm.
When he blessed Esau, said that thy dwelling shall be the fatness of the earth and the dew of heaven. And he also said, and by thy sword shall I live.
Yeah.
And when it come time for you to have dominion, then shall that yoke be broken off of your neck.
Yeah. But you won't be controlled.
Right. So, and the moment that happened in history, when they started revolting against the throne of David, after David was long gone,
Yep.
that's when you start to begin to see Esau start to
Yeah.
creep up.
That's when the yoke was broken.
The yoke was broken, and that's when they helped the Babylonians take us down. Then after that, then you had the Medo-Persians, and then Haman did what he did. Then you had the Greeks come into power, and they did what they did against us and against the temple.
Which those ancient Greeks weren't the ancient Greeks, but those were Edomites that had taken the power.
That took that took
They
over
took
their
the land.
territories.
Took
And took their land.
Yeah.
Then the Roman Empire, same thing. And now we're at the foot of the Roman Empire again.
Him being loosed. You know, that season after the Dark Ages or the Byzantine Empire. And then what wickedness grew again.
Right.
So what you see today.
Now the point I'm making is how you know Yahushua is Isaac, because if he blessed Esau with dominion and how that he was going to live by the sword, and in Yahushua, when you read Colossians, it said that the Lord by him made the principalities, the dominions, because it said that Esau would have dominion.
Yep.
So Yahushua basically blessed you. He gave you this world temporarily, basically for the purpose of the Father.
That's right.
So that prophecy can be fulfilled. But you didn't call it to mind, right? You didn't take it to heart. That, like it says in Job, the 14th chapter, you cannot go past the boundaries that was given to you. Bounds that you cannot pass. And if I could get this precept, then y'all got it. This is Isaiah 10 and 12. It says, wherefore it shall come to pass that when the Lord hath performed his whole work upon Mount Zion and on Jerusalem, after I basically used the Assyrians to punish Israel, I will punish the fruit of the stout heart of the king of Assyria and the glory of his high looks. Look at Donald Trump. That stout fucking look, man, that proud ass. After he do what he do, he gets right on he addresses the nation, and he just super chest out.
He act like he did it.
Yeah.
Like he went down there and actually took the nigga and put him in handcuffs.
He's getting all this
He's
praise
a
and
draft
Yeah,
dog.
yeah, man.
You want to wear the general's coat with all the stripes and
Like he
shit.
just got the victory.
Well, they call him the chief and the commander in chief,
Commander in chief, yeah.
which, you know, these leaders today, especially these Edomite leaders, they don't fight their own. These bankers, they don't fight their own wars.
No.
They send you. They love to send
pawns.
Jake.
Yeah, that's cowardly.
Pawns.
You know, in the ancient world, the king,
Yeah.
he went out in the field on the front line to fight.
Yeah.
What does Esau do? They use drones now. They, like you said, they send people out there to fight their wars for them.
Yep. So if they really had to fight their own wars, they wouldn't be so eager to invade every nation.
Verse 13 it says, "For he said, by the strength of my hand have I done it, and by my wisdom, for I am prudent, and I have removed the bounds of the people," meaning he changed the boundaries, the landmarks, territory lines, and have robbed their treasures, their resources, oil, and I put down the inhabitants like a valiant man, and my hand have found a nest, the riches of the people, the oil, the minerals.
It reminds me of Ezekiel 28, where he says, "Have gained traffic,
Traffic.
By that wisdom,
Yeah, my
y'all
wisdom.
gain riches.
Yeah. And as one gathered eggs that are left, have I gathered all the earth, and there was none that moved the wing, or opened the mouth, or peeped. Shall the axe boast itself against him that heweth therewith? Or shall the saw magnify itself against him that shaketh it?
Right.
As if the rod should shake itself against them that lift it up? Or as if the staff should lift up itself, as if it were no wood? Therefore shall the Lord of hosts, send among his fat ones leanness, and under his glory shall he kindle a burning like the burning of a fire.
He said it in Romans the 9th chapter. As he had lifted up Pharaoh for his own purpose, and hardened his heart whom he willeth for a purpose.
Okay.
The purpose was to sow wrath unto those that were fit to dishonor, as well as those who, just like the game is rigged for the elect, the game is rigged for the wicked. Okay, they're rigged to lose, as the elect are rigged to win, all for the purpose of the Father. And who can ask him? Is there unrighteousness with the Most High? God forbid. Okay.
I got one too. You still reading, bro?
That was it.
This is Job 24 in the NLT. I'm gonna read a couple verses up and then I'll jump down. It says, Job 24:1 in the NLT. Why doesn't the Almighty, because Job is asking why the wicked are not punished, you know?
Notice how all of the men of the Lord asked that. Why are they prospering? Why are they always winning? Why are they, yeah.
It says,
It's all for a purpose.
Yeah, if we weren't tapped in with this, we would have no clue.
Yeah.
You know,
we probably wouldn't even think these people were wicked. We may kind of hear it, but we wouldn't believe it.
we wouldn't know that they have an end.
Right.
You know, this is Job 24:1. It says, why doesn't the Almighty bring the wicked to judgment? Why must the godly wait for him in vain? Evil people steal land by moving the boundary markers. They steal livestock and put them in their own pastures. And you know, it doesn't necessarily just talking about livestock animals, but
Right.
we know this man steals every resource in the book.
All wealth.
All of it.
He takes it all for himself.
And so we're, you know, the brother said, the righteous, you know, we're always asking that question. Why do these people get away with it? Why the Lord could easily judge them?
The answer is in one of my favorites, Ecclesiastes the 8th chapter.
Yeah, because sentence.
Yeah. Because sentence to get out quoted, you know.
And then if I want to jump down, verse 22, it says, Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, and his power drags away the rich. They may rise high, but they have no assurance of life. They may be allowed to live in security, but Yahweh is always watching them. And though they are great now, in a moment they will be gone like all others.
And what it say? He that is today a king, tomorrow shall die.
It says, cut off like heads of grain. Can anyone claim otherwise? Who can prove me wrong? You know, so the answer at the end of the chapter is that ultimately the Lord is watching these people, man. He's watching these devils. Okay, his time is not our time. His thoughts are not our thoughts. He has it all set up.
His purpose is not our purpose.
Exactly, you know. So
Talking about man on the earth.
at the point of time, these devils are gonna be like that. The Lord he's gonna take them out.
And this is 250th year.
Yeah, time for it to be over.
Yep, the
It's
empire.
the empire.
Yeah.
So they're moving super quick with all these moves. It's the third day into the year and our shit is already moving. You know, so hey, the Lord's getting ready to do something. You know.
I got a quick that follows that up. Ecclesiastes 8:11, it says, because sentence against an evil work is not executed speedily, therefore the hearts of the sons of men is fully set in them to do evil. Right? And then, what is it, Habakkuk 1 also? The law is slack.
We gotta go back to that.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to read Habakkuk at some point.
Yeah, right.
If you can start it.
That goes right into, you know, his insatiable
Yeah.
greed, you know, and
How he spread his wine
yeah.
amongst the nations.
In that chapter, the second chapter, right? Yeah, go. Anyway, it continues to say, though a sinner do evil 100 times and his days be prolonged, yet surely I know that it shall be well with him that fear the Most High, which fear before him. But it shall not be well with the wicked. Okay? Neither shall he prolong his days, which are as a shadow, because he feareth not before the Most High. So it looks like this man can't lose, Parker Lewis, right? And this man can't lose. But guess what? He gonna lose. He gonna lose valiantly. He gonna lose monumentally. It's gonna be bad. It's gonna be something that you be like, oh shit. And the messed up part, after he lose, after that 1,000 years, in the scheme of eternity, nobody gonna remember this dude.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna remember him at all.
Should be like a dream.
Yeah. Don't care. Too much other stuff going on. Better things. Right? That was it.
I'd agree, real quick, and I add something else. This is Psalms 58 and 2 in the NLT. No, you plot injustice in your hearts. You spread violence throughout the land. These wicked people are born sinners. Even from birth, they have lied and gone their own way. You know, just
They don't follow after the guidance of the Most High. They do their own thing because they have a strong affinity for wickedness. It said they cannot sleep unless they have done mischief. They have to figure it out. You ever seen somebody just uneasy with doing the right thing? Well, this is how this man is. He's just uneasy with doing righteousness. It just don't feel right. But when there's chaos and turmoil, he's comfortable in that home.
I remember you had said that it was Nat Rothschild that said, "Well done, Donald Trump." But it says, someone posted another tweet to that. It says, Venezuela's central bank is fully state-owned and controlled by the government. In 2024, the Venezuelan government hired Rothschild and Company as a financial advisor to assess its foreign debt. Rothschild and Company laid out exactly how much the regime owed, and who was owed the money.
The oil is the payback.
So to show you that these elites, and we're gonna get into it. Habakkuk the second chapter.
Yeah.
They put you in debt.
Yeah.
All right, and then they justify what they're gonna do.
Yeah.
It says that he transgressed by wine, therefore he's a proud man, and it also goes into how he laid himself with thick clay.
Yeah.
Like that thick clay is that debt.
Yeah.
You know, so as long as you're in debt to him, he's gonna see you as a slave, as a pretty much a resource, and pretty much the land that you have, that's an asset.
Yep.
All right. Now, you have the former deputy of National Assembly of Venezuela, Maria Corina Machado, right? And this is what this bitch was saying.
That bitch is wicked, bro.
Evil.
But
But she's pro-Israel,
bro,
by the way.
she may be a small hand, bro.
I think that's what
She
she
looked
I
like
think
the
that
president
is
from
what she is.
Mexico.
Yep, that's the first person I thought about.
But before all this even happened, she was on a platform and she was basically saying, yeah, we're gonna privatize all of our industry. We're gonna basically have American companies,
American
and we're
companies.
gonna invest in
Yeah.
the oil.
Yeah, but
Like basically, it's like we're gonna basically push the Maduro regime out of the way so that we can line up our American companies to basically take stake in the oil. And she said we're gonna make so much money.
yeah, the rich gonna get richer.
We's gonna get rich off of this. She was basically saying it like it was nothing.
Yeah, like it was good.
Like it's all good. You
And,
know?
and then her countenance, bro,
Yeah.
it's just so evil, so wicked.
It's wicked as hell.
You know?
That's how you know they working in partnership with America. Because Trump just said the exact same thing. He said we're gonna bring in our big oil companies and we're gonna spend billions of dollars and we're gonna make the Venezuelan people so much money. That's what he said.
Mhm.
No, they're gonna put the Venezuelan people in debt.
Right.
Yep. Yep.
But
That's
that's
what
why I
happened.
think,
Make them pay for the infrastructure.
but that's why I think Maduro was put in there, man. He just, something just ain't reading right about this. He was saying all of this, yeah, we're gonna make a deal, but all the other governments we were talking about, the Libyas and Syrias, they had people in there,
Yeah.
and we saw how easily they took them down. They didn't even hit the 11 o'clock news.
Yeah, I believe there was that regime was infiltrated
For real.
from the inside for sure.
And then
He
they
put
took
up a
him
fight.
out there because the people was gonna come and hang his ass,
Yeah.
assassinate him or something. They had to get him up out of there.
Yeah, because there wouldn't have been no apprehension. There would have been
Nah.
lights out.
If it wasn't no divide and there was no infiltration going on, he wouldn't have just laid down so easy.
Bro, the images I saw made it look like he hopped in the car, bro.
Yeah.
Wasn't handcuffed, wasn't no troops with guns on him, and
Yeah.
he didn't try to run, they just got in and it was cool.
And so it's like and now the president of Colombia, what the hell you finna do now?
He's next.
You know what I'm saying?
Trump said he's next.
And then the president of Mexico, that small hat, she just gonna be like, yeah, y'all come right on and come on and get it.
Get the silver deposits.
Come and get these. Yeah, exactly. So it's already set up.
Well, let them go in and do that work. We need all that anyway to build up the kingdom, so go in and dig all this up.
Yeah.
He was done,
The video.
he was done reading that, or
For a second.
Oh, I mean, I could play it.
Oh, I thought you said you wanted some water.
Yeah, I could play it. I don't know if they'll be able to hear that from here though. But let me see.
I got a appreciate you.
I guess I'll play. I'm gonna have to step over there. But she's the Venezuelan opposition leader to Maduro, and she was also against Chavez. This is what she said.
Forget about Saudi Arabia. Forget about the Saudis. I mean, we have more oil. I mean, infinite potential. And we're going to open markets. We're going to kick off the government from the oil sector. We are going to privatize all our industry. Venezuela has huge resources: oil, gas, minerals, land, technology. And as you said before, we have a strategic location, hours from the United States. So we're going to do this right. We know what we have to do. And American companies are in, super strategic position to invest. This country, Venezuela, is going to be the brightest opportunity for investment of American companies, of
Maduro said.
good people that are going to make a lot of money.
A lot of money.
And that's what Maduro said. He said a similar
Nice,
thing.
a wicked woman right there,
They're
bro.
saying that
And
the
what do
vice president
Yeah.
of Venezuela, this chick, she probably
And how the hell she get to Russia so
Russia.
quick?
Yeah. She's in line to take over as a puppet leader to allow America really Amalek to go in there and do what they do.
It made me think you got something to say.
This is Psalm 73 and 5. It reads, they are not in trouble as other men, neither are they plagued like other men.
Yeah.
Therefore pride compasseth them about as a chain, violence covered them as a garment.
We keep bringing up this man's rulership and his dominion and breaking the yoke off his neck, but it also ties into the mark of Cain that no one could put his hands on, and the Most High put out there. And so he really feels invincible. Man, really feels like no one can take him down.
Yeah, not even the Most High.
And then that's where his pride, because everybody that tried and failed. Now he's like, well, not even God can stop me.
That's why the scriptures say the pride of thine heart hath deceived thee. Because he's allowed that pride ultimately to blind him from the reality that he's just a man. This is 7. It says
when it said they're not troubling other men, you have an elite Rothschild, man. He can just walk up to somebody and just smoke them, man.
Yeah.
And the police will get there and they probably put him in handcuffs, but when they take him down to the station, they gonna receive that call, be like, hey, let him go.
Yeah. And
What's that movie, Lord of War? Just like that.
Yeah.
Let him go.
What was that other one with Tom Cruise? He said, you're gonna let me out of here.
American Made, right?
American Made.
Yeah, let him go.
And they may arrest or kill the officer that put him in cuffs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Should take the
If
college.
they want to.
Right.
They get this war.
Yeah.
Esau, he like, you know who I am?
Yeah.
I'll be like, we don't care, buddy.
This is verse 7. It says, their eyes stand out with fatness. They have more than their heart could wish.
Bro, these elites are trillion people, man.
Yeah.
Trillions, they own everything, man. They own countries. They put all these countries in debt under them.
They are corrupt and speak wickedly concerning oppression. They speak loftily. They set their mouth against the heavens, and their tongue walketh through the earth. Therefore his people return hither, and waters of a full cup are wrung out to them. And they say, how doth the Most High know? And is there knowledge in the Most High? That was the point.
Yeah, you think the Most High. So, with this science and technology, we can do it better than the lower creation. We can do it better.
Yeah, that's like part of the blasphemies spoken of in Revelation the 13th chapter. That speaks about the great blasphemies that coming from the beast. Right now, this is continuing the next verse. It says, "Behold, these are the ungodly, who prosper in the world; they increase in riches." That was the point.
I got one back. You got that. So Jeremiah 12 and 1 in the NLT. It says, "Lord, you always give me justice when I bring a case before you. So let me bring you this complaint. Why are the wicked so prosperous? Why are evil people so happy? You have planted them, and they have taken root and prospered. Your name is on their lips, but you are far from their hearts. But as for me, Lord, you know my heart. You see me and test my thoughts. Drag these people away like sheep to be butchered. Set them aside to be slaughtered." Yes.
Yeah, that's why the elites got their bunkers. They got their bunkers, waiting for this nuclear destruction, and they gonna escape. So the Lord gonna have them waiting, marinating for Yahweh Shai and his elect to come get them. Slap them chains on them, man. 'Cause they gonna have an army with them. So that's gonna be fun to run through their ass. And slap chains on them, man. They gonna be the first crop of slaves, man. Them elite banking families, man.
Yeah, all the riches that y'all done took, you gonna vomit it up.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Cough it up, man.
If I can get this in Habakkuk 1, this is Habakkuk 1, and I'm gonna start at verse 13, and this is in the NLT. And it says, I'll start at 12. It says, "O Yahweh, my power, my Holy One, you who are eternal, surely you do not plan to wipe us out. O Lord, our rock, you have sent these Babylonians to correct us, to punish us for our many sins. But you are pure and cannot stand the sight of evil. Will you wink at their treachery? Should you be silent while the wicked swallow up people more righteous than they? Are we only fish to be caught and killed? Are we only sea creatures that have no leader? Must we be strung up on their hooks and caught in their nets while they rejoice and celebrate?
Is that what the people of Venezuela probably wonder?
Right, there's more patriotic Venezuelans than the ones that want regime change. You
They're just
know?
not gonna show them.
Exactly.
It says, then they will worship their nets and burn incense in front of them. These nets are the gods who have made us rich, they will claim. Will you let them get away with this forever? Will they succeed forever in their heartless conquests? But this was a complaint from Habakkuk about the prosperity of the Babylonians, how they were able to just take over and take control like that by force. So that's how you understand in the second chapter, this is the Lord's reply to Habakkuk. So somebody can actually get that, Habakkuk 2, and you can start at the top.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you got it.
All the way.
So Habakkuk chapter 2 from the top. I will stand upon my watch and set me upon the tower, and will watch to see what I will say, so what he will say unto me, and what I shall answer when I am reproved. And Yahweh answered me and said, write the vision and make it plain upon tables, that he may run that readeth it. For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie.
Right.
Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come and it will not tarry.
It's all happening now.
Yeah.
And it seemed like it was dragging, but now shit is happening quickly.
Yeah.
The Lord wasn't
That's what
lying.
it said,
Man.
too, yeah.
The Lord was not lying.
Especially in the case of, apostles and elders, they've been out there teaching for 30, 40 years, man.
Right.
I haven't seen really nothing big,
Yeah.
except 9/11,
Right.
But other than that, you actually see it. Wars, rumors of wars.
Man, the apostles is excited right now.
Yeah, exactly.
That's why the volume of videos that they constantly putting out, man, they excited, man.
Yeah.
'Cause they didn't see this early on.
Right.
Now prophecy is speaking.
Yep.
And they realize, man, our labors was not in vain at all, man.
Right. It's true.
Go ahead.
And it's cool to see men wake up to your, you know what I'm saying, with your words. But it's even more to say, these aren't my words, these are the Father's words. And look what the Father is actually doing, making his words that I was repeating come to pass. So it's a bigger thing. It ain't like I'm out there, speaking in Trump ear, go do this. Nah, it's the Most High that's doing that.
I wish I said,
It's a beautiful thing to see it come to pass.
see, these words are faithful and true.
True.
It says that Sirach 2, it say, ye that fear the Most High, believe him, your reward shall not fail. We know it's not over yet, man, but we seeing the manifestation of the Lord's word, man.
Yeah.
Back in Habakkuk 2 and verse 4, behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him, but the just shall live by his faith. Yea, also because he transgresseth by wine, he is a proud man, neither keepeth at home, who enlargeth his desire as hell, and is as death.
Well, we didn't hit all of these breakdowns, pretty much.
Yeah, if somebody go in the blue letter and look up that word keeper at home. And why does it say that? Read that last part.
It says, yea, because he transgresseth by wine, he is a proud man, neither keepeth at home.
Not violent.
Yeah.
To dwell. Let me see. We're on to the to rest. As at home. Let me see. It says, and through the implied idea of beauty, to celebrate, keep at home, prepare an habitation.
Go down to
I got it. The Haji's lexicon.
Chaldea lexicon.
Yeah. It says,
Oh yeah.
he is a proud man that does not rest. It says, but seeks disturbances and wars.
See that? When it says he is a proud man and does not rest,
Who is that talking about?
that's like it says in Proverbs, you sleep not except you have gone mischief.
taking away.
So you better believe they had sleepless nights thinking about that all that oil down there for years.
It's like they was itching, like
Yeah.
they fiends.
How can we
Yeah.
Like, oh shit, I need that.
We need a reason.
Yeah.
And Esau had to be patient till the Lord told him to do it.
Yeah.
So,
I was gonna say,
you gotta be patient too.
and how'd it go? It's a flirt where it said, power. It's about power. It goes power corrupts. So absolute power corrupts absolutely. That probably was the wrong saying, but that's what this man wants. Because he wants absolute power. He had some form of power when the Most High took the yoke off his neck, and when he had the blessing of the sword. And where I was gonna go with that was, of course, when it said making disturbances and wars, right? Well, if your blessing is the killing instrument or instrument of war, ain't you gonna want a war all the time?
It's the, go ahead. I was gonna take
Hold on.
the same.
Hold on. Going back to the beginning. This is starting to like it's really like drawing a like you see his when you see his Esau's characteristics, because it says he is a proud man and does not rest but seeks disturbances and wars.
Mm.
Esau came in from hunting.
Yep. He went out home either.
And he came home and what? He was
Field.
faint, meaning he was tired.
Hunting, disturbing
Come,
nature.
Yeah.
it's in his nature.
Yeah.
Grab this quick read.
Yeah.
There's a Psalm 37 and 35, and it reads, I have seen the wicked in great power and spreading himself like a green bay tree.
There it is. So that's him, that's the example of him not keeping at home. He has to be everywhere, policing everybody. He got to be everywhere, dictating their policies. He got to be everywhere, staking claim to their resources.
Tell them what they need.
Yeah, just in total control.
Just like Cain. Cain said he was gonna be a vagabond
Yeah.
on the earth.
And the scriptures say, meddle not in matters that concern you not. That's exactly what he do, man. He don't even have his own house in order, but he always trying to tell another nation how to run their government.
You about to read that?
You want to keep going?
But how did that saying go? You said
It says, all power tends to corrupt, and absolute power corrupts absolutely.
Yeah, he wanted it all. Absolutely.
He said he's not satisfied with his portion. I believe it was in Sirach where it says that an evil, it's like an envious man have an evil eye. He would not be satisfied with his portion.
Yeah.
It's a niggard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Keep going to this.
Yeah.
Back in Habakkuk chapter 2 and I'll read verse 5 again. It says, yea, also, because he transgresseth by wine, he is a proud man, neither keepeth at home, who enlargeth his desire as hell, and is as death, and cannot be satisfied, but gathereth unto him all nations, and heapeth unto him all people.
And what does that have to do with? In Sirach, was it 13 or 12? Where it said, set him not by thee, lest he seek to take thy seat and overthrow you. You know, when he had no need of you, I forget how it's worded.
Yeah, like that when y'all saw the clip where Maduro was talking about how they at first they had like
good talks.
negotiation talks, and he said that they seemed like they were cool, they were peaceful.
Yeah, then the tops just went bad and stopped.
Conversations.
Yeah, come on.
What it reminds me of is which king was that? The king of the south, the king of Judah. When they saw that they were Assyria was about to get invaded. I mean, Assyria was about to invade the northern kingdom. He was like, "Hey, Babylon, don't invade us. Matter of fact, take these gifts." And he gave out some money. He was like, "Oh, you got money? Now we gonna invade you."
Yeah.
That's what it was like. You gave them a taste of what you got. Oh, y'all got all that back there? Oh, we need that.
Yeah, he was considering
What king was that?
investment with America and all that. I was like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
That's the wrong people you
get in
wouldn't
bed
even
with the
talk to.
whore. You get in
You
bed
don't
with the
talk
whore,
to them.
bro. But we're struggling, like, yeah.
And now look, they done took your seat.
Yeah.
They took your seat.
That's correct.
If
If you let them get too nigh unto you, that's exactly what's gonna happen.
if they could overpower you, they're not gonna make a deal.
Right.
That's the whole. And that's what I was. I was looking for it, and I gotta go back and
Saddam
read it.
Hussein thought everything was all cool in the
This is the
beginning.
scripture.
You know?
What king was that? Was it the kings?
Fucking devils, bro.
But,
Just don't know.
yeah, that basically the account of the scriptures where it's talking about that, where the king of Judah tried to go send a peace offering. You know what I'm talking about? Right when the Assyrians were getting. I can't look it up because my phone over there.
Okay.
But that sounds exactly like what happened. Y'all gonna let us in over there? We talking good? Matter of fact, well, whoever's looking it up, somebody read that in
I got it.
you got that one?
Yeah, it's
Get this to right 12. It's 12 and 13 right in there. Also,
King Asa.
the Asa.
Yeah, it says
I was gonna say 8. Yeah, go ahead.
or Asa.
Yeah, you got it.
It says
Yep.
I'll grab it. The count.
Where is that?
It says 2 Kings 12. And it's also 2 Chronicles.
Okay, you got it.
Okay, let's see. So I really could read them. I'm grabbing it.
Yeah, I believe it's in Second Kings, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I'm looking
Around
for
that, maybe the 16th chapter, somewhere around there.
That's what I was at, like 17.
It's either 18 or 16, one of
Yeah.
those chapters.
What's the name of the king?
When they had King Ahaz and
Asa.
yeah, during the time of Hezekiah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. They're trying to bribe off Sennacherib, king of Assyria.
That's it. So 9 is probably a good place to start. 13 is around the point.
it. 2 Kings
18 and 9?
18.
Yeah.
Okay. And it came to pass this is 2 Kings 18 and 9.
Mm-hmm.
And it came to pass in the 4th year of King Hezekiah, which was the 7th year of Hosea, son of Eli, king of Israel.
Hosea.
Hosea, son of Eli, king of Israel, that Shalmaneser, king of Assyria, came up against Samaria and besieged it.
Mm-hmm.
And at the end of 3 years they took it, even the 6th year of Hezekiah, that in the 9th year of Hosea, is Hosea?
Hosea.
King
Which is
of
basically Hawashai.
I was gonna say,
King of
Yeah.
Israel, Samaria was taken. And the king of Assyria did carry away Israel unto Assyria, and put them in Halah, in Habar, by river of Gozan, and in the cities of the Medes.
Mm-hmm.
Because they obeyed not the voice of the Lord, their power, they transgressed his covenant, and all that Moses, the servant of the Lord, commanded, and would not hear them nor do them.
We know down in South America they wicked down there, bro. Like they to not be in America, they do a lot of wicked shit, and there's a lot of idolatry, where it pretty much starts, and then sexual stuff, and it's crazy down there. I don't know how many of your brothers deal with northern Cuban women, but they treat anal sex like it's better than vaginal.
Brewhouse.
Yeah, that's what it be about. Yeah, that brutality and witches. Yeah, I got it.
Now the 14th year of King Hezekiah did Sennacherib, king of Assyria, come up against all the fenced cities of Judah, and took them. And Hezekiah, king of Judah, sent to the king of Assyria to Lachish, saying, I have offended, return from me that which thou puttest on me will I bear. And the king of Assyria appointed unto Hezekiah, king of Judah, 300 talents of silver and 13 talents of gold. And Hezekiah gave him all the silver that was.
We'll make a deal with you. We can bring some of your oil companies down here, and you can build, and we can make a good deal where we make money and y'all make money. And this is Maduro saying this. It's almost playing out the same way. Here, take these gifts. Well, the deal is the gifts, because you're going to be. What does America get out of this? The gift of money. They have no claim to that. You don't have to share with them, but you are, because look where it gets you. You got it right.
And Hezekiah gave him all the silver that he had found in the house of the Lord and in the treasures of the king's house. And at that time, Hezekiah cut off the gold from the doors of the temple of the Lord and from the pillars which Hezekiah, king of Judah, had overlaid, and gave it to the king of Assyria.
He wasn't supposed to touch that stuff. Give him whatever
And
else.
the temple too.
But he gave all the stuff the gold that was for the Lord.
Yeah.
Right?
And the king and the king of Assyria.
Showing the lack of importance that the Lord is in their life. You got it?
And the king of Assyria sent Tartan and Rapsaris and Rapshakeh from Lachish to King Hezekiah with a great host against Jerusalem. And they went up and came to Jerusalem, and when they were come up, they came and stood by the conduit of the upper pool, which is in the highway of the fuller's field. And when they had called to the king, there came out of them Eliakim, the son of Hilkiah, which was over the household of Shibna, the scribe, and Joah, the son of Asaph, the recorder. And Rabshakeh said unto them, Speak ye now to Hezekiah, thus saith the great king, the king of Assyria, with what confidence is this wherein thou trustest?
And this is Maduro talking to Trump. We're having great talks, really pleasant talks and peaceful talks. And bro, this man's trying to spy out what you got.
Even before that, I'm gonna have a Rothschild company come in and audit my
do an audit on it.
Thou sayest, but they are but vain words. I have counsel and strength for the war. Now on whom doest thou trust, that thou rebellest against me? Now behold, thou trustest upon the staff of the bruised reed, even upon Egypt, on which if a man lean, it will go into his hand and pierce it. So is Pharaoh, king of Egypt, unto all that trust on him.
And that was Isaiah quoting that, right?
But if ye say unto me, we trust in the Lord our power, is not that he whose high places and whose altar Hezekiah hath taken away, and have said to Judah and Jerusalem, Ye shall worship before this altar in Jerusalem? Now therefore I pray thee, give pledges to my lord the king of Assyria, and I will deliver thee 2,000 horses, if thou be able on thy part to set riders upon them.
Nah, because it's a lot of reading, but I just made me think of this scenario. That as soon as he was like, well, let's make a deal, because he saw that the wrath was on the king of Assyria, right? So he was trying to appease that, and it ended up getting worse for him. The same thing over there, but not realizing he only having these peaceful talks because he sees something he won't. That's why I said grab that and you got it. Sure. Yeah, that's good, because they can go read the rest for themselves, but you can just see how he invited that in there, even to the point that he was so afraid of man on earth, he took out the precious metals out of the house of the Lord.
The house of the Lord, the temple,
Yeah.
Hinges and stuff.
Yeah, the door. Come on, bro.
That's a nigga. That's like
sharing all their wealth down there in South America, just letting them in.
Yeah.
Last thing you want to do is let a covetous man see what you got.
You know how the apostles say these other groups is selling everything that ain't nailed down.
Yeah, that's what he did. Even the stuff was there.
Yeah, and they was draining their wealth and compromising the temple doing it.
Exactly.
Only for the king of Assyria to still.
He carried away all that captives. He came and took everything.
Still got you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then took the Northern King.
And that's when that's when all the that was funny. But that's what made me think of it. Like they inviting all of this over into their house to be taken.
Well, let's finish back in.
Yeah, could he just hit that one, then you go right back?
Finish back in Habakkuk and we'll close.
Right. Yeah, I just wanted to hit that in Slack 12. Is it 12 or 13?
13. There's a Sirach 13:4. It says, if thou be for his profit, he will use thee.
Mm-hmm.
But if thou have nothing, he will forsake thee.
Yeah.
This is verse 5 and 6. It says, if thou have anything, he will live with thee. Yea, he will make thee bear and will not be sorry for it.
Mm-hmm.
If he have need of thee, he will deceive thee and smile upon thee and put thee in hope.
It sounds like that same conversation.
Yeah.
Because yeah, it was a pleasant conversation. All of a sudden, the peace talks just stopped.
Even in the chapter previous, it says, though we pretend to help thee, yet shall he undermine thee.
Yep.
To undermine means to weaken, to diminish, man.
Yep.
He came over there for a reason, man.
Yep.
Just like everywhere else he's been.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Just to hit that point, 17 and 18 in Sirach 12. It says, if adversity come upon thee, thou shalt find him there first. And though he pretend to help thee, yet shall he undermine thee. He will shake his head and clap his hands and whisper much and change his countenance.
Right, that woman, she was saying that
Yep.
this is a great opportunity for the
Yeah.
people of Venezuela. And
Make a lot of
a
money.
lot of money. And you know, just gonna prosper. The nation is it's just gonna be heaven on earth for the Venezuelans.
You see how they only talk about what the Venezuelans was gonna get out of it. Nah, man, you gonna get double whatever they getting. No way you gonna let them get.
This only means that
Especially when as soon as the price of the oil go up.
Yeah.
the people of Venezuela are gonna get more poor,
Yeah.
while the companies that move in are gonna get very wealthy.
Super rich.
That's the only result of this.
That's it.
This does not change your conditions down there
At all.
Stupid.
at all.
They just be doing dumb shit.
It's
Bro.
just
Hey, when you make moves without the Heavenly Father,
Right.
that's what happens.
What it say? You take your counsel, but not of my spirit.
Yeah. Hallelujah. You can get that in whatever you got, but whoever's getting Habakkuk.
This is finishing Sirach 13:6. If he have need of thee, he will deceive thee and smile upon thee and put thee in hope. He will speak thee fair and say, what wantest thou?
Put thee in hope.
Crazy thing, we apply that to Esau, but it's talking about niggas too.
Yep.
Niggas got that same characteristics. Because when this was written, the wicked wasn't revealed yet. In Thessalonians, you know?
Yep.
So, hey man, that's why 2/3 of our people got to be put down too, man. You know, they got to be eradicated from the planet Earth. And they got to come through the loins of the elect as being righteous, man. You know?
Yeah, somebody go right back where the brothers wanted in Habakkuk.
Back in the Habakkuk 2, verse 6. Shall not all these take up a parable against him, and a taunting proverb against him, and say, woe to him that increaseth that which is not his? How long, and to him that ladeth himself with thick clay? Shall they not rise up suddenly that shall bite thee, and awake that shall vex thee, and thou shalt be for booties unto them? Because thou hast spoiled many nations, all the remnant of the people shall spoil thee, because of men's blood and for the violence of the land of the city.
And that's why he said he said through prophet Obadiah that Esau is going to be made small among the heathen and greatly despised. He said an ambassador saying, you know, get prepare yourself for war. So they all going to come against you because it's been so one-sided. You've been doing this for a half a millennium. Too long, man. You've been dominant too long. You know, the earth is suffering under your rule.
Even in sports, you got a team that dominates. They have a run.
Yeah.
They call it like a dynasty, but what happens? It come to an end.
Yeah.
That, you know, for you sports heads out there, particularly NBA basketball fans, nobody talks about the Detroit Pistons because they didn't like how they played. They played I don't want to call it wicked, but a evil, dirty,
Rough.
style of basketball. So they don't get the respect that other dynasties got.
Bad boys, right? Bad boy
Yeah.
Pistons.
Exactly.
Isaiah Thomas, Rodman.
Yep. All them guys, man. Reindeer, all them bad boys, right? Well, that's how Esau rules. He rules in a way that no one really respects his rulership. So only way he can solidify it and get the glory he wants is to dominate everything.
Yeah, he has no friends, no allies. He only has subordinates, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know, these other nations, they'll make deals with this man because, you know, because they want to and because it's going to be a prosperous deal for everybody. No, it's because if they don't,
They're coerced into making a deal.
Right. They're gonna get destroyed either way. It's like damn if you do, damn if you don't.
It's like going like this.
Get down.
We gotta fight him.
Get down and lay down.
Right.
You know?
Gotta fight him.
We got
verse 8, back in Habakkuk 2 and 8, because thou hast spoiled many nations, all the remnant of the people shall spoil thee, because of men's blood, and for the violence of the land, of the city, and of all that dwell therein. Woe to him that coveteth an evil covetousness to his house, that he may set his nest on high, that he may be delivered from the power of evil. Thou hast consulted.
Yeah, they're using their security to try to make their escape. They have the wealth to be able to fund into these deep underground bunkers and mountain retreats and all these different places where they can, you know, store all that wealth and hide themselves from all the disasters and the destruction that's going to, you know, come with everything that they didn't propose. You know, all these wars are all funded and caused by these devils. So they just figure we're gonna spark the fire, cause the fire, and then go shelter and hide ourselves from that fire. And then once the smoke clear, we can come up out of hiding and then inherit every damn thing.
I was gonna use the analogy, and that goes exactly what you said. They throw the rock but hide their hands. Yep, that's exactly what they do.
Excuse me.
Yeah. But the Lord is basically, this is him giving an answer to Habakkuk that was making that complaint. Why are these prospering? Why are these devils prospering like this? The Lord is telling him, all this, he's building up his own tab. That's all he's doing. All right. Yeah.
Verse 10.
We're gonna read down to 12.
Yeah, I'm glad.
It said, thou hast consulted shame to thy house by cutting off many people, and hast sinned against thy soul. For the stone shall cry out of the wall, and the beam out of the timber shall answer it. Woe to him that buildeth a town with blood, establishes a city by iniquity.
And that's what he's been doing. He did that with basically all of the Western Hemisphere. He literally did that. And then he did it with the Holy Land too.
He's doing it over there.
He's doing it over there in Palestine.
Yeah.
So something got to give. All right. Now, on ChatGPT, I asked it. I said, could Habakkuk chapter 1 and 2 and Micah 2 be applied to the greedy world leaders who are out to go to war for resources and wealth? And it says, yes. Many interpreters would say those passages can be applied to greedy world leaders who pursue war for resources and wealth. It says Habakkuk is wrestling with violent empire building, likely referring to Babylon. The empire expands through conquest, plunders nations, builds wealth through bloodshed and exploitation. In chapter 2, God pronounces a series of woes against those who enrich themselves by unjust gain, build cities with violence, treat human lives as expendable for power. This is not just about private greed, it's state-level militarized exploitation. Micah 2 condemns leaders who covet land and seize it, use power and legal systems to take what isn't theirs. Though focused on Israel's elites, the principal targets abuse of authority to acquire wealth and territory. The underlying moral principles across these texts, the Most High consistently condemns greed backed by power, violence used to secure economic gain, treating people and land as commodities, leaders who expand wealth at the
It says
expense of
people
justice.
and land as commodities, right?
Yep. It says, applying them to modern world leaders, initiate or escalate war primarily for resources, territory, or wealth, justify violence while profiting elites, displace or destroy lives for economic gain. Habakkuk and Micah speak directly to that behavior, even if the historical setting is different.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You just read it earlier.
Yep.
But like I said, because of unrighteous dealings, injuries, riches got by deceit.
Yep.
It's about that time for this kingdom to be translated, man.
Yeah.
That was in Sirach 10, you was reading that?
10 and 8,
Yeah, because that 10 it says the physician.
yeah, cut it off
Right,
a long
yeah.
disease.
Yeah, and that it's all about them wicked rulers. Had
Right,
to cut
we-
these people off.
Where you wage war based on lies and falsehood and propaganda, you know, the people are not going to want to submit to you. The people that you've conquered are not going to want to submit to you. They're going to fight you. You're not going to conquer people waging wars based on lies. You're not going to conquer their minds.
And that's what he wants. He wants your obedience from the mind. And Russia's one of them type of spirited peoples that they rather die than submit.
Yeah.
You know?
It'd be one thing if this man was conquering all these nations, but they prospered. Oh, well, he conquered Venezuela, but look, they, man, you know? No, the opposite happens. We've seen it, Syria, Iraq, Libya, everywhere, Vietnam, you name it. Okay? This man just brings death and hell with him, man.
Yeah, ain't nothing like the come up. It's cool if you went and really made a deal. You give some, they give some, give and take. But nah, this man want to just take it all.
Maduro was better if he would just have someone set all the oil on fire.
Yeah, right. He'd have been better. Right.
So they don't get shit.
Yeah.
That's why I look at him
Sabotage
like
that
he
shit.
didn't do nothing.
Yeah.
He just submitted.
Like, man, just light a match.
Yeah, think about what he was thinking.
So,
Yeah.
damn near to have a whole country, but
Yeah.
at least Esau wouldn't have got shit, man.
Black King, you talking about?
With that in,
Yeah, that was it, right?
yeah.
Pretty much. I got one.
Kind of.
Yeah.
Alright, so with that, we're gonna give all honor, all praise and glory to Yahweh.
Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Chakurash.
Give honors to the elder apostles and bishops of the great millstone. As always, peace, blessings, and salutations to the elect. Let's continue to watch, because the major moves is being made, man, through the spirit. All right, 2026, shit's gonna speed up. So with that, we're gonna say shalom.
Shalom.
I know I put 25 on the date.
Yeah.
I think so. Yeah, I'm gonna go do it right now. I think I did. I thought about it.